Natatanzambi Yaman Zulu. Greetings to all the Bantu family all over the world, to the dispersed and outcasts of Isolele. Welcome to another episode. Today I have a wonderful guest. He's not really a guest, he's my younger brother from Kenya, a very powerful young man who has a calling upon his life. Kigo, you name yourself Ngunza Kigo.
Yes.
Can you just introduce yourself shortly?
My name is Brother Kigo. First of all, I want to thank the Most High, Katanzambia Mazulu, for giving us this moment, for the breath of life, for the, the present of being. I want to thank him. I also want to thank the Most High for, awakening us, because it was like a light, because a light from the east shining unto us, because we don't take this awakening for granted, because, a part of, you see, but when my awakening, I always say my awakening, I never had no Hebrew Israelite camp. Like, even before I came into this Bantu truth, my awakening was like, I was not into the church, because my spirit never aligned with the church. The first time I heard from the Most High, because I was sitting in the couch, and the Most High, he told me who I was. So I'll first thank the Most High for shining his light and showing us his way. That's what I can say.
So you never went to church?
No.
You enter immediately into the awakening.
Yeah.
You skipped church.
Yeah, I skipped it.
Cheetah. Cheetah. No, but that's great. That's great. Being on the age that you are, and Tatanzambi revealing himself to you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You're 21, huh?
No, I'm 22 this year.
Oh, you're 22. Okay. Yeah. Powerful. Now, we're gonna enter into our conversation, and we're gonna discuss the Kingunza, actually. We're gonna talk about the Kingunza.
Yeah.
Before we do that, we will read a verse in the book.
Yes.
And we will read from 1 Timothy 4, verse 7. So if you can go ahead and read for us.
First Timothy, verse 4 to 7.
Yes.
But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness.
Hallelujah. Ingeta. So Paulo tells us there to exercise. Yes, to train yourself. Now that exercise is not the exercise of your body, but it's the exercise of spirit. Yes, the exercise of spirit. There's this concept of spiritual muscle. Yes, spiritual muscle. It's a concept. It tells you that you can train spiritual gifts. You can develop spiritual gifts. The same way you train your muscles. Yeah? So Paul, the Apostle Paul tells Timothy, a young man in ministry, yes, like you yourself, a young man, he tells him, train yourself in godliness. Yes. Another word for godliness is divinity. So it's actually saying train yourself in the divinity of the Most High. Train yourself in godliness to be God-like. Yes. Train yourself to be God-like. Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something. How do you understand that verse?
Uh, is actually telling us, the Bible it's repeating itself, because it's telling us to enter into that divine nature of Tatanzambe, as we read it in the book of Psalms 82, where the word says, "Ye are gods."
Mm-hmm.
It the Bible always, every time, it keeps on reminding us of that divine nature of us being aligned to that divine nature of Tatanzambe.
Yes, yes. Go on. You're up to something.
Yeah.
I'm
So
listening.
so I think, because that is the most important thing, is to be aligned with that divine nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because for us for you to receive anything from Tatanzambi, like mysteries, revelations, you have to be aligned to that divine nature. You have to be, and when you're aligned to that divine nature, you enter into the state of where you are a servant of the Most High
Mm-hmm.
Tatanzambi. Yeah.
Yes, that's deep. You must become a servant. Just read one more verse.
Yeah.
The book of Titus.
Titus.
Yes, Titus 1, verse 1.
1 verse 1.
Yes.
Sola, a servant of Tatanzambi, an apostle of Yiseka'yah, according to the faith of God's elect and the acknowledging of the truth, which is after godliness.
Ingeta, you see. So you
Yes.
see faith,
Yes.
yes, and you see the acknowledgement of the truth
Yes.
and godliness. Yes. So faith, the acknowledgement of the truth and holiness.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, in the Bukongo, there is this story, that when Tatanzambi created the first human being, that human being was divine. Yes. And in the Bukongo, he was called Mahungu. Yes. In the Bukongo, he was called Mahungu. And he was divine. He was a Nzambi. Yes. He was part of the council of the Bilima, the gods. And he was a divine being. Now, the story goes that Tatanzambe told Mahungu, yes, the Christ figure, the divine man, he was free, to go everywhere in the garden where he was placed. He was free to walk and, to observe, to do whatever. But he was prohibited to go around a sacred palm tree. Yeah, the Most High told them, don't go, don't have anything to do with that tree. So after a while, his curiosity started to kick in. What is this about this palm tree? And eventually, after a while, He went clockwise around the sacred palm tree and was suddenly split in two. And as he looked to the other side, he saw a female part of himself. And he asked her a question, "Who are you?" She answered, "I am you." Yes. He panicked and they tried to reunite. Yeah. They married each other, trying to reunite, but it didn't work. It didn't work. So the moral of this story is that Mahungu fell in sin because he did something that the Most High did not order him. So he broke a commandment. So he fell in sin. By falling in sin, he lost his divinity. Yes, he lost his divinity. But in the initiatory teachings, in the teachings of the Bukongo, the loss of that divinity is illusory. Yes, it's just illusory. It means that he, even though he has lost it, the shadow of it, it's still there. And he can regain certain levels of that divinity through the act of initiation. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's very deep. So
Yeah, very deep.
in initiation, when we talk about being initiated, many people when they hear the word initiation, they are startled. They are shocked. They think, are we talking about witchcraft and sorcery? No. That's not the interpretation or the definition of initiation. Yes, initiation means that you are becoming a member. Is a certain ritual of rite wherein you are received into an exclusive membership, yes, of a certain society or a certain group of people. Yes. So we can say through initiation, you can be received into the council of the Most High.
Yeah.
Now, in Timothy, no, in Titus, we read faith, truth, and godliness. Yes, faith, truth, and godliness. We must live by the faith of our fathers, by the truth that they deliver unto us, by the Maleki Makongo, the covenant that was made, and by the godliness, that is the divinity. Yes, divinity. Now, this tree can also be seen as Makukumata, to going back to the three pillars of Congo. Yes? And when we talk about initiation, in the ritual or rite of initiation, one must undergo three things. First of all, you must die symbolically. Yes. And as you die, you stand before the ancestors symbolically, and they bless you. They give you, they activate your spiritual faculties and whatever. And three, you resurrect. You resurrect. Yeah. Now, to die is the first thing of being initiated. To die. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, there is a man who said, if you want to follow me, You must die to yourself, right? That man was Yiseka'yah. You must be prepared to die. That's the first thing. You must die. You understand? So you are shifting that consciousness of being earthly based, terrestrial based. You know, when you meditate material things, the things of this earth. So when you die, that symbolized that your consciousness is shifting. Yes, you are dematerializing your consciousness from um, um, worldly, yes, terrestrial to celestial. Because when you die, you are found before the ancestors, before the angelics, before divine spirits. You understand? So that earthly mind is no longer there. Now you connect with the celestial or divine consciousness. Yeah, as you are standing now before the spirits, the angels, in heaven. And as they bless you, as they speak to you, you return, because dying and standing before those angelics, you find yourself in the council of the Elimo. You are now surrounded. Yes, you are surrounded in the council of the Belima, the gods. Read, for example, the scripture you mentioned, Psalm 82, verse 1.
Psalms 82, verse 1. Tatanzambi standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He
Continue.
judges among the gods.
Exactly, you see. So he stands in the council, yes, of the mighty. Now, that word mighty there is Elohim or El, which means literally gods, divine ones. Yes, divine ones. So he stands and he judges amongst the gods, Belima. You see that? Now, the Adam, or Adamu, he was a king and a priest, or a priestly king. Let me just say that. Yes, he was a priestly king, and he was initiated into the council of the Most High as being a member. A member. When his body was formed from clay, yes, we have the Kikongo word womba. Yes, womba, which denotes the activity of a potter giving form to a piece of clay. Yes, that's the word womba. Now, in this word, you can hear the English word womb.
Yeah.
Right? Where a baby, a new body is formed. So we have the Kikongo womba, and you hear the English womb in that word. So
Yes.
as Tatanzambe forms the human body, he does the same thing in the womb as he formed the human body of Adam. He does the same thing when a child is conceived. He forms the child. He forms the body of the child, as we can read in the book of Psalm 139. Yes. So Adam was placed in Eden. Yes. And in Eden, he was part of the council, you see, because he was not created in Eden.
Yes.
You understand? That's something you need to understand. He
Yeah,
was not created in Eden,
Yeah.
but the book tells us, and Tatanzambe took the man he created, Genesis 2:8. He took the man he created and he put him in Eden. Yes. So Adam was initiated and he entered into Eden. You understand?
Yes.
To be part of the council of Zulu, the council of the Bilima.
Yes.
Because the Eden was a place of the angelics, of the Bilima, the gods. It was a place of the gods. Go, for example, to the book of Ezekiel 28.
Yes.
Yes, I will show you something. Ezekiel 28.
Yeah, 20 verse.
Read verse 13.
Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Tatanzambi.
Okay, you see that. Now,
Yes.
here, Tatanzambi is addressing the anointed cherub,
Yes.
right? He's addressing the anointed cherub. And he said, Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of the Elimo, the mighty ones, the gods. Read verse 14.
Thou art the anointed cherub that covered, and I have said thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of Tatanzambi. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Okay, you see that? So,
Yeah.
Eden, in Eden, you have, Eden is the garden of the Bilima. Yes, the plural of Elohim.
Yes.
Bilima, the gods. And Eden is also the place of the holy mountain. Yeah, place of the holy mountain. And then you see that that same Eden, this angelic being called the anointed cherub,
Yes.
he walked up and down.
Yes.
Walking up and down means he ascended and descended.
Yes.
You understand? In the dream, I think it's in Genesis 28, in the dream of Yakuba, he saw the Most High on his high and elevated throne. And angels do what? Descending and ascending, walking up and down. So Eden was a place, a central place where divinities gathered, a place where the holy mountain, as we read here. Now, that holy mountain is a place of assembly. Yes, it's a place of the council of Tatanzambi. Council. Now, what I said is that Genesis 2, think verse 8, that Nzambe took the man and he put him in Eden. See, that's a different thing. Because most of the time we think that he was created in Eden, but he was not. He was initiated in Eden.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I understand what you're saying because even when you are saying, the spirit of Tatanzande was telling me that as you are saying about the initiation, that as you know, our forefathers, where they are in Zulu, they initiate us into Kingunza, into the into the secret council of Tatanzambia.
Kigu.
Yes.
You see? Now, Yiseka'yah, he talked about this in code. What he said, he talked in mysteries and in parables. When he said you have to die and you will stand before the angels and you will be resurrected. You see that? It's those three things in initiation. You have to die, and then you stand before the angelics, the judges, and then you resurrect.
Yes.
That's the act of initiation. Now, you die symbolically. We don't kill you.
Yes.
You die symbolically. Yes, you die symbolically and you lay on the ground. Yes, the same thing you see in the movie of Black Panther.
Yes.
They gave him something to drink and he died symbolically. And as he died, he awoke and he was in the realm of the ancestors.
Yes.
That's initiation. Yes, that whole scene is initiation. So, and in the realm of the ancestors, he spoke to his father.
Yes.
His father gave him some wisdom, etc. And then he returned, he resurrected with powers.
Yes.
That's the Bukongo initiation, because that whole Black Panther movie is Congo.
Yes.
Even the word itself, Wakanda, Kanda means a tribe, a clan, a house, a family.
Yes.
Yes, Wakanda. Now, let me show you something. Okay, I will share my screen for a moment. I think you can see this, right?
Yeah.
Now look at this. When you go into Merriam-Webster dictionary and you look for the word initiation, you will get the following: the act or an instant of initiation, the process of being initiated, the rite, ceremony, ordeals or instruction with which one is made a member of a sect or society. Yes. So initiation is nothing more than the ceremony and the instructions you receive to become a member of a specific society. Yes. Or one who is invested with a particular function or status. So you can also be initiated in a particular function, like Ngunza, like Nganga. You cannot become a Ngunza unless you have been initiated. Yes. So you have been established in that particular function. The condition of being initiated into some experience or sphere of activity, you see, So you have experience or sphere of activity. It also denotes knowledgeableness. Now, knowledgeableness, yes, knowledgeableness is in Kikongo is ndoki. Ndoki. Because ndoki means one who has knowledge. See that? Knowledge. One who has what? Knowledge. Knowledge. It's not talking about just basic knowledge, but higher knowledge. Okay? Higher knowledge. Ceremonies. He initiated or properly admitted as to a membership or an office. Instructed, look at this, instructed in some secret knowledge. Okay, that's the one we need. Instructed in some secret knowledge. You understand?
Yeah.
Secret knowledge. Secret, right?
Yeah.
Secret. Secret. Remember that. Initiation. Secret. Now, when we go here and we go to Psalm 25, mm, 14. Okay, here. Secret. See that? Secret. The secret of Yah is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. Yes. So the secret, that secret is counsel. Yes. Counsel. So you cannot be part of the council unless you are initiated. Initiated means they made you a member, yes, of the secret society, a member of the society, of the council, should we say. Yeah? Here, secret. You see? Council. Yes. Okay, see? Council, assembly. You become a member of the council, a member of the assembly. And here, yeah, circle, familiar friends. Look at this. Secret council. You see that? Secret council. Wow. That is amazing, eh? Secret council. Here is the same thing. Secret assembly. So, what is he saying? He says that the secret assembly and those who have the secrets of Tatanzambe are those who have been initiated into his council. Yes, assembly. Now, this is what we call Kingunza. Yes. When we talk about Kingunza, it means that you have been initiated into the council of the Bilima, the gods. Yes. You have been initiated into the council of the gods, Bilima, and therefore they inform you of the councils of heaven, what they have decided. They inform you of things that are going on, yes, things that are coming, secrets. secrets, things that normal people don't know. You get that information because you are part of that secret council or society or assembly. So you have knowledge of the things that goes on. You are knowledgeable. Therefore, you are Ndoki. You are knowledgeable. You have the knowledge. Yes. You have the knowledge. Now, Kingunza is connected with the priesthood. Yes. Kingunza is connected with the priesthood. Yes. They are the one who are supposed to possess the knowledge of the Most High and to educate his Solele. That was the mission. Look here. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priest. Don't fight with the priest. Okay? Fight with the priest. Okay? Here, in verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You see? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. But those who had the responsibility to know the secret counsels of that Nzambi and to teach the Bena Congo, Bena Beto, were the priest. Yes, were the priest. Look, because when you read further, because most of the time people just stop there, they quote this first piece. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and they stop. Continue. You have to continue because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. So he's speaking to the priest.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
It's not general. We
Yeah.
make it general, but
Yeah.
he's actually addressing the priest.
Yeah.
And he tells them, listen, you have rejected the knowledge. You are not living according to your responsibilities as one who is initiated in the council of the Tanzania. So Kingunza is connected with the priesthood. Yeah. You want to comment?
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep because even me, most of the time we read that we read the verse, but we don't have the full understanding of what is being what the word says, because if you read even I will the word says, I will reject thee, that thou shalt be no more priest to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when we read the Bible, we always think, oh, a normal person will say he was talking to the northern tribes of Yisolele. But right now is the time I am getting that revelation. He was speaking to the priest, to the Nsakus.
Yes. Now, look at this. When we go back to Amos 3, let me just go to Amos 3. Look at this. I would show you something. Knowledge, that secret counsel. when you become a member of the secret council, look, you're not only a member of the secret council, but you also have intimacy with
Yes.
with the angelics. Yes.
Yes.
Let me say the angelic ancestors. You have
Yes.
intimacy with them. It means close relationship. Yes, close relationship. They know you, you know them. You talk, you fellowship, you have close relationship, intimacy. Okay.
Yes.
Now, when we go back to this word here, knowledge, yes, what they have lacked, yeah, and rejected. So because the priest
Yeah.
rejected their responsibility as those who were initiated. Now, some people will say, "No, initiate has nothing to do with the Bible." Now, people, look at this. Initiation also means inauguration. Yes, inauguration. Inauguration means that you are put into, that you are established into an office. Yes, the
Yes.
same thing what we read here. Yes, you are being established into an office, and here, yes, into a function or status through a ceremony, yes, and instructions. You are being, you are invested with a function or a status. So you have been established as a priest.
Yeah.
Aaron went through a ceremony. So Tanzania said to Masa, take water, wash him, then put his priestly clothes on, and then
Yeah.
anoint him with oil. That is called a ceremony. Yes. Yeah. It's called a ceremony. You see that? So through ceremony, rites, he was anointed, installed in his position, function as a priest. Yes. As a priest. He was established as a priest. Yes. To conduct into an office. Yes. Initiation. Okay. Now, being initiated, being Kingunza, operating in the spheres of Kingunza, he was a knowledgeable person, one who received the secrets of the Belima, the gods, the angelics. Yes. Now that secret does not only mean that you are part of the council, but it also denotes intimacy. Yes, intimacy, as we have seen here. Yes, intimacy. Now, knowledge. When we open up the word knowledge, da'at, in the Yiddish, da'at. Now, and we go to knowledge, knowing something followed by an act, knowing me, the knowledge of me, the knowledge of God. Yes, you see that? The knowledge of God. So, this knowledge, intelligence, understanding, wisdom. Now, this knowledge It's talking about the knowledge of knowing the Most High. Yes, it's not talking about you read some book, and you gain some understanding or knowledge. No, it's talking about the knowledge of knowing God. That you have intimacy. He knows you, you know him. Yes, let's talk about the deep knowledge, relationship. Yes, the knowledge of God, knowing him. Knowing him as a man knows his wife. Yes, knowledge, perception, and wisdom. It's also discernment, knowledge, to know. Yeah? So it's not just basic knowledge, but it is the knowledge of the Most High, to know him. Now, when you go to Ephesians 1, that elimo of our Nkosi Kuswa Kongo, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. Yes. In the knowledge of him. You see?
Yeah. I understand.
You can comment, brother.
No, I understand because there's still a part where it says that, not just believing, but knowing in whom you believe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a part in the Bible, I can't remember the verse, but I know there's a part where it says of knowing, not, like you find in Christianity, people just like, even long time, even before I got the revelation of, like I used to, it's only now I think that even, you can't just say, oh, I like I follow Tatan Zambi. No, that's where the fathers, that's where like the spirit of the fathers and the spirit of the sons have to connect, so that the fathers can take you to, can bring you in that secret council, and so that you may have a revelation of Tatan Zambi and in knowing him.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You cannot just know the Most High because you prayed.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I've prayed and I know the Most High. You cannot know the Most High because you read the Bible.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know the Most High because you are brought into his counsel.
Yeah.
Yes. You are brought into his counsel, the secret counsel of the Tanzania. Only those who are initiated can come there. And initiation has many levels. Yes, it has many levels. You are initiated in the truth. You are initiated in faith. You are initiated in godliness.
Yes.
Yes. Kinzambi. Kinzambi. You have Kingunza and you have also Kinzambi.
Yes.
Are two words. Kinzambi really speaks of the godliness or being godlike. Yes. Being godlike. Read, for example, the book of Ephesians 5, verse 1.
Be therefore followers of Tatan Zambi as dear children, and walk in love.
Hallelujah. You
Yes.
see? Be imitators
Yes.
of, it says, be followers
Yes.
of Elimo as their children. Yes, as
Yes.
Benanzambi. Be
Yes.
followers of Elimo as Benanzambi, their children. Now, that word followers is actually the Greek, as you can see here, memetes, and it means an imitator.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's saying, be an imitator of Elimo as their children. Now, how can you imitate someone if you don't see that person?
You can the only you have to be initiated. You can, because you cannot imitate what you don't see. So you have to be initiated to the counsel of the Most High, and not only being initiated, but having that connection, with the Most High.
Yes. You know how children learn?
Yes.
Children, as they are growing up from baby, as they are growing up, they learn by observation.
Yes.
Yes. Observation and imitation.
Yes.
They mimic the parents. They mimic their environment. You see? Now, when you enter into the council of Tatanzambi, you see and hear things. Yiseka'yah Congo said, what I hear of the Father, I speak. What I see the Father do, I do. So he entered into the council, and the council, as he was standing there, he heard the words which was spoken, and he will come down and proclaim. He stood before the council and he saw the works which the council were doing, so he will come down and perform. Yeah, because as someone who is initiated, you live in between worlds.
Yeah.
You live in between worlds. You are here and you are there. Yes, you are here, you are there.
Yes.
You live in between worlds. So you
Yeah.
go up, you come down. You go up, you come down. You go up, descending, ascending, descending, ascending. So you have become like an angel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now in the mountain of Eden, you are walking up and you are walking down on the stones of fire. Things are coming to you. As you go, you receive, you come, spiritual speaking.
Yeah.
But this is a mystery.
Yeah.
Not everyone will understand it, but it's a mystery.
Yes.
So he said, be an imitator. You see, so it's very deep. If you
Yes.
really think about this, how can I imitate a limo I've never seen? Imitation has, of course, diverse levels. You can imitate one by studying his works. Yes, study what a person has done. How that person behave in certain situation. Just by reading and studying a person, you can imitate that person. Yeah. So imitation also has its own level. But the highest form of imitation is seeing the person, hearing the person's voice.
Yes.
Yes. Being in the fellowship
Yes.
of the person. That's the highest level of imitation.
Yes.
And not all initiates obtain that level,
Yes.
but there are people
Yes.
who fully have become members. Yes,
Yes.
they appear in the council and they speak to the angelics.
Yes.
Yeah, they take part of the meeting. They speak. They also, give their words. They are heard. Take Massa, for example. As he climbed the mountain, he entered into the council of Tatanzambi.
Yes.
Yeah. And there they spoke about, and they discussed the future of Isolele.
Yes. That's deep. That's deep. Because the word even says that we are seated with Congo
In
on
heavenly
heavenly
places.
places.
Yeah.
So the right word is we are seated with Congo in the secret council of Tatanzambi
Mm-hmm.
Yamazulu.
Yes. In heaven.
Because if you check how the council of Tatanzambi is like, if you come to most of the African kingdoms, the Bantu kingdoms, you have a king. Let's say the king is here, and in by this side he has elders, he has ancients, people who are skilled in wisdom and in understanding, and then left side he had like elders, ancients, people who are skilled in wisdom and understanding. And when the king wants to make a proclamation, or he wants something to be done, he first he has to speak with his council. And we see it in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse, I think it's 26, where it says, "Let us make man in our own image." So it shows that Tatan Zambe, he was speaking to his council.
Yes, of course. It's a council. When you
Yeah.
say, let us make men,
Yes.
who is the us? Who is he addressing? He's addressing the council.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's a deep secret.
Yeah.
Now, who are the peoples who hold the mysteries of Tatanzambi? Go to 1 Corinthians 4, verse 1.
1 Corinthians 4, verse 1. And let a man so account for us as for the ministers of Kuswa and the stewards of the mysteries of Tatanzambi. Yeah.
Now, that word mystery also means secret.
Yeah.
Yes. In the Old Testament, there is secret, but in the Greek is mysterios, which also
Yes.
means secret.
Yes.
I will show you. Look. And that same word, mystery, also denotes one who is initiated. Yes. Here, 1 Corinthians 4, 1. See that? Mysterion. Yes, mysterion. Hidden thing, secret. You
Yes.
see?
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
secret, mystery. Now,
Yes.
and it also talks about being initiated. Yes, here, generally mysteries, religious secrets. Yes, confided only to the initiated
Yes.
and not to ordinary mortals.
Yeah.
You see this? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to be initiated here of God, the secret counsel. Yes,
Yes.
the secret counsels which govern God in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men, but plain to the godly. See? So we have
Yes.
faith, truth, and godliness. Those are the
Yes.
pillars for being initiated.
Yes.
Yes? Faith, truth, and
Yes.
godliness. You
Yes.
die, you stand before the council, who are the angelic ancestors, the saints,
Yes.
and you are resurrected.
Yes. Yeah, I understand you because even in our, let's say, if you come to the Agikuyu culture, you'll find that the name council, we call it Kiyama,
Hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kiyama, it means of truth.
Ah, my goodness. Go ahead. Break it down.
so, so we understand that the council of the Most High, it's like how you're saying, when you, like how you're saying, when you die, you meet the secret council of Tatanzambe, and you resurrect in power, So even if, like yesterday, even I was reading, like where Paul had written as ministers of the Most High, and I was reading the book of Ezra, and it was saying, like how you were saying, the Levites, the priests, they were called the ministers of Yisolele. Maybe you can speak on that.
Ah, Brother Kigo.
Mhm.
You know it, right? You know. The Levites, of course,
Mm.
they are the ministers. They are now. When we say ministers, they are two. You have Levites and you have the priest.
Yes,
Yes, we must not confuse them.
yes,
Not all Levites are priests.
yes,
The priestly line, the priestly line is that of Aaron.
yes,
In the clans of the Levites are Merarites, something like that,
yeah, Merari,
Koharites,
yes,
and you have a third. Who is the
yes,
third?
Gashom,
Yes, Gersomites.
yes,
Yes, so you have three. Now only the line, of course, of Aaron received the priestly function.
yeah,
Yeah, and in the last days, when the Tanzambi is restoring his people, the priest who will serve in the temple that will be built are the sons of Zadok.
yes,
All the other
yeah,
priests, they will just have, they will have other things to do around the temple, yes, but those who will serve before the altar are the sons of Zadok.
Yes.
It's big difference.
Yeah. And that was very deep, because even like I'll tell you, like in our Gikuyu, the council is we call it's Kiama. Kiama, it means of truth. So it tells us that the council represents truth, because even
Mm-hmm.
for us to get this Bantu truth, it was the council of heaven, connect the fathers connecting with the sons, because you did even a very prophetic. There's a video you did about the spirit of the fathers connecting with the sons. It was very prophetic,
Mm-hmm.
So it's something where we have to acknowledge that it's the same. Like I was telling the other sister, I told him that yesterday is that you know I told her that we are connected to Tatan Zambi through our fathers, because it is not us. He did not make a covenant with us, but with our fathers.
Yes.
So it's something where we have to get that. Most of the people, even if you check even in the Hebrew Israelite, they tend to bring their fathers out of the picture,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
acknowledge that
Mm.
is
That's
through
right,
our fathers.
Abel. You said something very wise that
Yes,
most older men do not understand. Yeah?
yes,
People who call themselves scholars do not
yes,
understand. You can
yes,
never remove the fathers. If you cut the fathers off, you have
yes,
nothing.
yes,
The covenant came from them.
yes,
Your life and your singakanda, your biogenetic robe came
yes,
from them.
yes,
If you cut the fathers, if you cut that robe, you destroy yourself. You understand? Because spiritually, you are still connected with that robe.
yes,
It's that biogenetic robe. It's a spiritual robe also,
yes,
because all the blessings, all the covenants, all the promises, they follow that robe, that DNA string. They follow
yes,
that spiritual robe. So you cannot cut it. They may
yes,
be some knots, knots in the rope. Those are the problems, and the curses and things like that. So you
yes,
have to untie that rope. Yes.
yes,
So
yes,
they can be knots, but you can untie those knots and remove those problems, remove
yes,
those curses, remove those, situations. But you can never entirely cut off the fathers. If you cut off the fathers, you remove that whole history of blessings, that whole history of covenants and promises. You cut yourself off
yes,
spiritually. Yeah? So we are connected with the fathers. And
yes,
actually, um, our energy, our life energy came from the fathers. Yes. So the energy is in us. Your parents brought the energy together and they created you.
yes,
Their parents brought the energy together and created them. And so it goes back, 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 and back, all the way to the first ancestor.
yes,
You understand? So we
Yeah.
are connected till today with that first ancestors. And
Yes.
in Bukongo, we believe that the Tanzambe is the oldest and the first ancestors of the Muntu.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yes.
why we call them Tatanzambe. And
Yes.
he's not only a Tata, he's also Mama.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if you check, there's, I think it is the Zulus. They call him Nkulu Nkulu.
Exactly.
In Nkulu is like the, to be like those like an ancestor, you know.
It's the great great ancestor.
Yeah.
It's the same word in Kikongo. Nkulu Nkulu.
Yes.
Yes. Nkulu Nkulu. It's the same as in Kikongo.
Yes. So you find is even I was saying that, you know, a man is like a tree, you know, and when you are not connected to your forefathers, meaning you have no foundation in the Most High, you know,
Hmm.
and so you if a tree does not have its roots, it eventually is gonna dry, you
It
know,
will die.
it's gonna die, and that's what Christianity came to do, to disconnect us with our forefathers, that
Mm-hmm.
we will not have, we will not be able to to to, to enter into the council of Tatanzambi, to be initiated into that council, you know. So
Exactly.
so it is very important for us to acknowledge that it's through the fathers that we have initiated in that council of the Most High. Because if you check even in our Bantu culture, when let's say if they want to initiate an Abi Agunza, an old man, let's say your father or somebody older than you, will come and will take you by the hand, and he will take you to where the initiation is. So even with Katanzambe, is our fathers,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
they take us by,
And
because
is there a specific place where you
yeah,
go to be initiated?
in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, in Kenya, even like when there's an aunt of mine, she when I used to tell her about, you know, visions and these kind of things and secrets, you know, she told me, oh, let me take you to the seers, to the Ngunza, and let them, you know, like let them, like they open you more and more, you know, initiate you. But through one thing, most of them, they don't believe in the Messiah. So to me, I felt a bit, because if you don't believe in Congo, you know, to me, you know, my spirit man did not really, you know, but the Most I told me he will open me, you know. So I said, all praise, you know. But they are there. If you go to, like, they have these schools where they initiate. If they notice, let's say, if they notice you are like, they notice if you are a different kind of child, like you are you know, you are gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will take you there, but you need to have wisdom, because, you know, some of them do not believe in the Messiah. So to me, I felt my spirit did not feel correlated with them. Like, I don't feel aligned. So I say, let me cool, you know. Yeah.
That's wisdom. That's the spirit of discernment.
Yes.
Yes, and it's the
Yes.
same word knowledge, da'at.
Yes.
which also can be defined as discernment and wisdom.
Yes. Yes.
So when you know the Most High, you will
Yes.
have that discernment. Your
Yes.
spirit will testify if something
Yes.
is of Him or not.
Yes.
All right, Kigo,
Yeah.
it was a wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
We spoke about Kingunza,
Yes.
being initiated
Yes.
in the three pillars, faith, truth, and godliness.
Yes.
As you die and stand before the angelic ancestors and you
Yes.
resurrect with
Yes.
powers
Yes.
like Black Panther.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so people, thank you for being part of this conversation. Um, please support our younger brother who is really how you say that moved by the Spirit to seek out the truth, yes, of who our fathers are and to rediscover the things which we lost and the spiritual secrets. So he is also in this journey, yes, of rediscovering the wealth of our inheritance. And as he rediscovers, as he is receiving his information and revelation by listening to me and Masai and Yanata, maybe many others, and by his own prayers and fasting, that Tanzam is also dealing with him. He's young, but he is spirit filled and committed for the cause. Support him. Support him. I will place his YouTube link below so you can go and also support this young brother. You can subscribe and show him some love. Kigo, any last words that you
No. No.
want to
No.
say?
No. I just want to thank the Most High for for even for me meeting you. I don't take anything for granted. It's something where I really give thanks to the Most High because you, Yanata, and Masa, and even Makaya and Zambe, Yaya Makaya and Zambe, you have really been a blessing to us, because, you know, even for us to connect with Congo, I would say, like, even us as Bantus, you know, Christianity never united us, but this truth as is really, uniting us into that perfect house, into that bed to
Mhm.
all praise to the Most High Tatan Zambia, Maso.
Yes, our praises, our praises. You are
Yes,
from Kenya, yes, and
yes,
from which tribe?
from the Agikuyu tribe.
From the Agikuyu, the powerful and mighty
Yes,
Agikuyu tribe.
yes,
Hallelujah. Nakigo, may the Most High continue to bless you and to increase you, yes, in all
yeah,
aspects. And I will say, people, let us wake up from the slumber because
yes,
we are living in times of restitution. All things are being restored as the powers of the cosmos are being returned to the Bantu, to the Congo, the Bena Nzambi. It may be difficult to believe or understand if you
yes,
just stumble upon this truth. But I will say, in the words of Yanata, fast and pray, seek the Most High, fast and pray. Fast and pray. Let the Most High, by His Spirit, reveal unto you the truth that we are proclaiming. We are the people of the book without a shadow of a doubt. May Congo reign. Until next time.